What's up, guys? As you may know, new CTs have come out. I'm a little late on this. I usually post it like closer to the CT's release date, but I'm a pretty lazy person is the problem. So actually sitting down and making this video is another subject entirely than just with driving these times. I drove these times on release, but then I got lazy about making the video. But I'll still make it. I always make a new video about CTs because I think it's always worth it. So anyway, first off, we have Amanita Abyss. I think this truck is really, really good. It drives beautifully. It's just fun strats all around, and it looks gorgeous. But like, I feel like saying that like a new track looks gorgeous is like, I mean, I'm gonna say it because it's true, but it feels like they're all gorgeous, and that's a good thing. I don't want ugly tracks in my CT pack. But yeah, coming back to this track, this is a pretty long one, so we have plenty of time to talk about it. This beginning section right here, I actually like. I like tracks with verticality in them, and this one's got it in bunches. Oh wow, there's actually mountains in background. I didn't even notice those. Now I make a mistake there, but the expert stab ghost on this track is a joke. You just need to make the shortcut like twice, and you're fine. And I actually get to show off the shroomless route with this, because the shortcut, like, it puts you on an entirely different route, which I think is really cool. Yeah, we'll see it. We'll see the shroomless route 3. It's the one down there. But yeah, this shroom route is really interesting, because it doesn't only benefit you from like gaining time, but like if there's a shock or anything like that, you still gain a lot of time compared to the other route, because there's like a bunch of boost pads and some mushrooms. Like this shortcut is like, it's really good, but it's not free to make it up there, not at all. Like you have to actually be pretty precise with your mushroom control, otherwise you just won't make it. But yeah, overall, this track is actually really solid. I think it's a great addition to the pack. I think offline it would play fine. Like, I don't see any like groundbreaking shroomless cut or something like that. Like as you guys can see, I'm still super far ahead of the expert ghost, but that's because he has a shroom left. I don't. I love this track steaming. It's just a great track. There's not much else to say. Alright, so right now we're going to do the shroomless route. It's pretty different from the shroom route. Yeah, this track, I would give it an overall 8.5 out of 10, maybe a 9. Like, I really don't see any flaws with it. There's a cool strat here to skip the mushroom. I hit a bit of off-road there, but it doesn't really matter. This time, this is not a great time. I drive a time to beat the expert stab ghost, then I'm done with the track. Like, as you can see, I hit a wall, burned the shroom, missed the cut lap 3, and I'm still, like, 3 seconds ahead of it. Yeah, this track, overall, really good. No complaints from me. Alright, next up we have Bowser Jr.'s 4th. Or Bowser Jr.'s Fortress, rather. Now, this expert stab ghost is actually insane lap 1. So you're gonna see me behind by a little bit, I think. Yeah, this track is actually also really good. You're gonna see a big shroomless shortcut in classic CT fashion, right here. It's a big shroomless cut, but it's a really original idea for a shroomless cut. I kinda like it, because it's also high risk, high reward. Yeah, you skip a big turn, but... You skip a big turn? However, if you fall off, you lose a shit ton of time. Also, I do that part wrong. Since it's a big downhill, you can just hold back on the control stick and land later, and it doesn't matter in the slightest. Because it's a big downhill, it's kind of like Rainbow Road Moon Jump, you want to be in the air. Yeah, this Ghost Slap one is actually kind of cracked. There's a cool shortcut here. You can shroom late, and those things are like mushrooms, so you can use your shroom boost to just make it past the turn. It's a pretty cool strat. Aesthetically, I don't mind this track. I think it fits Bowser Jr. Like the funny drawings on the wall. But it's also like lava themed, and you have the Mario Galaxy airships. I like the teaming here. This is just another solid track. There's not much else to complain about. Once again, I do that part wrong. Because if you hold back, it also means you don't have to chain before the boost panel. Or the boost ramp, rather. I do that turn a bit wrong, but it's not the end of the world. I really like the ground zappers. Like, it's an actual threat. There's also some on the finish line. I think it's pretty neat. It's not something you see often. It's definitely something to watch out about. There's also one there if you don't take the cut. And even if you take the cut, you can sometimes hit it by accident. But overall, this track, it's just another solid track. I like it. Cool strats. It's fun to TT. My only complaint really is that, like, it seems like every new CT has a cannon for like no reason. Like, I don't think CT creators know that cannons are like objectively fucking terrible, which is a shame. Because like every track would be better off without cannons if it's possible. Like honestly, if you have like a big skip to make in the track, then sure. But like that one does like the cannon doesn't really serve a purpose. I feel like. But yeah, this track another. I'll give it an 8 out of 10. It's not as good as the previous one, but it's definitely still a solid addition. It's definitely better than some shit that's still in the pack. Looking at you, Mushroom Peaks. Alright, next up we have Hell Mid. Don't get fooled, it's not a pyramid, it's mid, because this track fucking sucks. It's actually one of my least favorite tracks, added in like recent memory. It's so bad. Like yeah, it's just Hell Pyramid, but updated, but like, no amount of updates can fucking save this track design. It's just awful. Like, it doesn't even feel good to drive. It doesn't even look that good either. It's just an annoyance more than anything else. There's really not much I like about this track, if I'm honest. I was talking to Tunda about it, and he says he loves this, so I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. But I just failed to see the appeal here. It's more an annoying track than anything else. But yeah, this one doesn't fit my taste. Just put it that way. It feels weird to drive is the problem. The shortcut is pretty cool though. I'll give it that. Yeah, that's an annoying ramp. I fucking hate ramps like that. It's part of the reason I don't like the track. This ramp is probably the same. Like, I do a delayed drift trick because it's more consistent, but like, in theory, the optimal way to take this ramp is just perfectly time your hop and just get a super low trick. Which is just fucking annoying and bad track design. And on top of that, you have a slow yellow ramp at the start. You also need to low trick if you don't want to lose 10 years. Just all of those things combined make completing a run here extremely annoying for like no reason. Now, I'm sure those things don't matter that much online, but it's still pretty annoying. When I review these tracks, I mostly come from a time trial perspective. Like, I don't care that much about CTs online, because I think they're all terrible and not designed for competitive. Like, if you mistime that hop, you hop over the ramp. Which is bad. It's not like, you know MKWii's last trick ramp? Like, yeah, you hop to time a low trick, but it's not a ramp. It's not that precise to hop in time the low trick. Like, yeah, you can hop over it, but like, you have to like, I think it's like a 2-frame window probably to hop over it. But like, that ramp is like probably a 15-frame window. You actually have to time your hop, which is just annoying more than anything else. Yeah, this track I'm not a fan of. I'll give it like a 5 out of 10. Like, it functions. It's a track. It's just not something I like. Alright, next up we have a masterpiece, thankfully. Ice Cream Fortress. Now this track is the cream of the crop. No pun intended. Or pun intended, you be my guest. Just a really fun track. Like, every strat just feels good to do. And you have the spoon shortcut. That's just major props for me. Spoon cut. That's a good thing. But once again, the track has a cannon. But I guess this one is a fast cannon, so it's not as bad as the other ones. And it's not that long, but it's still like a useless cannon that should not be there. Now, I do that turn wrong. You're just supposed to wheelie off the ramp, I think. And there's also a strat there where you hop trick to the right to get on that boost ramp. And it's just, like, to beat the Esper Cav Ghost, you just definitely don't need that. I think it gains, like, 0.2 if done perfectly, I think. Don't quote me on that, just an estimate. But yeah, that part is really cool. The shortcut just skips a standard turn, which is fine. There doesn't need to be, like, a lot of extra bullshit everywhere. Yeah, there's a pad down there. To go on the upper path, you have to, like, enter the cannon far right. Which I guess, if there's multiple ways you can enter the cannon, I'm fine with. It's not like fucking Cave Island pre-patch, where there's the cannon leads you into one spot, you put a fib, and and second place dies. Like, who thought of that? That guy should never make a CT again. But yeah, this track is not like that at all. The guy who made this should make more CTs, because this one is actually really good. I like it quite a bit. Entering lap 3 now. Like, it just looks good. I like the aesthetic of this track. It's like a cozy mood. I don't know how to describe it, but I really like the aesthetics. Not only that, but it also plays really well. It's fun to drive. Looks good. Like, what more can you ask for in a CT? It's just a really good CT. I'll give it probably a 9 out of 10. Nah, I'll give it a 9.5 out of 10. Like, the only thing that's annoying is the hop trick strat over here. I watched Thunder try so long to make that. He would choke lap 3 on that strat, like, a lot. There I hit the wall, but it literally doesn't matter. I'm like 2 seconds ahead. That hop trick strat is pretty lame. Like, it's not needed. You could have made it, like, not need a hop trick, and it would still be not broken, because you would need to, like... It would be blockable with a fib or something like that. But overall, this update is overall pretty good. It's just a fucking shame they brought back a shit track like Hell Pyramid instead of, like, something brand new, but it is what it is. Alright, thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you, I guess when my lounge mute is over, so in a week or something. I don't know, we'll see. Maybe I'll come up with some other video ideas in the meantime. Alright, goodbye. Love you guys. Make sure to subscribe also. Subscribe. Alright.